Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Aries. How are you guys? Let's see where we're at this week. Aries, got Temperance, just kind of being calm. Yeah, someone's taking a step back here. Yeah, someone's tempted to take a leap of faith. But I do feel this energy of kind of looking before you leap here. Yeah. Yeah, someone here is definitely doing a lot of thinking, trapped in their head and their thoughts, making sure they don't make the same mistakes they've made before. Yeah, and then we have the Six of Wands. So this is an energy of kind of exploring a situation. I see some sort of victory. So I do see this, someone taking a step back, looking at things different. So this is something that could be successful. Yeah, but you can see, I mean, it could be somebody here. It has to do with somebody who, it's an energy of chasing. See, this is somebody who's not chasing. So this is good. Looking before you leap, not chasing. Doing things different. Looking before you leap. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah, so I do see a connection here. Two people connecting, a conversation. So there's a connection that's been made. Yeah, so I do see someone here who's kind of been longing for love, maybe reminiscing too about another connection, something that didn't go very well, where someone took a risk and it didn't turn out very good. It wasn't successful, but this could be. Little reminiscing. So just looking before the leap. But this is someone who often longs for love. Yeah, it could be a little crush, some kind of crush starting here. Certainly looks like a crush. Yeah. Little bit. It's just starting, but it's an energy of, I feel, tempering the passions, emotions, looking before you leap. Beautiful energy. It's exactly what you want to do. It's all about not making mistakes of the past, thinking it through, because it's about not getting trapped in a situation that you can't get out of, at least without complications. So let's have a look at Temperance. Why is this here? Yeah. Yeah, somebody here has been kind of sad and lonely, feeling a bit lonely. So there's definitely some lack. So it's about trying something different, doing things different. Now, some of you have a type, so you're learning to look before you leap. Okay. Yeah. You can see someone here wanting to lay the foundation. Somebody here is definitely reaching out. It's very tempting, and I feel the foundation may be already laid, but it's a bit of lack and loneliness. But it's somebody who I feel who knows their type. So it's whether someone's type or not. But that's why I feel the looking before you leap. But it is something worth exploring. I do feel this is something worth exploring. Yeah, see, doing things together, spending time together, things that maybe you have some common energies. Could, if you have children, it could be children, you know. Often you have children who connect, and then, of course, the parents often see they have some kind of connection, things you have in common. But it's about doing things together, spending time together. Yeah, see, it's about going down this path again. I think the other person's apprehensive, but they've laid the foundation already. Yeah, they've already said, like, you know. Yeah, I think it's all about exploring, but it's about looking at things that weren't successful. Whereas this is two people who, I mean, it's whether you're each other's type. I feel there's uncertainty for sure, apprehension, but the only way to know is to spend some time together. Yeah. Let's have a look at the Eight of Swords. See, both people the same. Both people thinking the same thing. Just being calm. So there's temptation. There's a lot of temptation. But like I say, looking before you leap. So interesting. Let's have a look at the Six of Wands. Yeah, so we have someone curious. So there's curiosity, someone shining a light. See, wanting to talk. I feel this is someone going to reach out. They're curious. They want to know something. See, but it's worth exploring, because the only way to learn about someone is to spend time together. Yeah, so I do think this is, you know, someone just kind of keeping someone hanging for a bit. But you can see there's apprehensive, there's uncertainty. There's things this person doesn't know. So, like I say, it's just a crush that's developing. So it's an energy of someone who I feel, if you have a type too, someone who keeps someone hanging, I don't think that's what's going to happen. It could be for a little bit, because I feel that, someone here is coming up with ideas to come together. See, it's about having having a conversation. I think the connection's already been established. I mean, it could be a friends situation or children, friends, Yeah. But I feel there's going to be, to me, it's just a crush. Yeah. And there could be some friends of friends situation too. So this is someone who things are a little up in the air, but like I say, they might keep you hanging a little bit, but I don't think for too long here. Yeah. I feel there could be some kind of get together with people too, some kind of reminiscing or something to do, even like I say, with children. Yeah. This is someone going a little bit further here. Yeah. So they're kind of looking ahead, planning, preparing. They're assessing the situation. This is somebody who generally won't keep someone hanging, though. I don't really feel it, but I feel like just a very temporary energy. There, I paused to just straighten these cards up. Okay, so this is somebody who is a little bit shy. Like I say, there's uncertainty, but they're assessing it. And I would, like I say, there could be children here, friends, family, mutual friends. But there's definitely some sort of opportunity coming up here to get together. So, yeah. Yeah, this is someone thinking about dating. Yeah, so like I can say, this is someone who's assessing it. They're hoping, like I say, it's about looking to see if someone giving someone else attention. This is someone giving someone else attention. So interesting. It's just things that need to be known. There's curiosity. There's things this person doesn't know. But like I say, it's just somebody just kind of, it could be just hanging out. See, hanging out is what I feel like it is. Keeping it simple. See, just keeping it simple. Yeah. But the Knight of Cups is about going on a date. And that's what this person's looking at. Like, should this be romantic or not? They're kind of looking at that. But I do think kind of left hanging just a little bit. But like I say, to me, it looks temporary, where they're just kind of thinking about this and assessing. Yeah. See, it's about the opportunity, a fresh new start. So it is about an invitation. Maybe there's some kind of get-together coming up. Because this is often someone coming up with an idea, a reason to reach out. I don't really feel this is someone who wants to keep this hanging, No. And if that's your type, I don't think this person's like that. Because I'm seeing that they're planning, preparing, they're hoping for the best. They're assessing it. But it's about slow and steady, just taking it slow. Yeah, keeping it simple. Yeah. And I do see there's an opportunity. The cup runneth over. This is somebody who's kind of lonely. There is this loneliness feeling, this lack. But the only way to learn is to spend time. This could be someone talking to other people about this. Maybe there's friends of friends, because there's all this curiosity. Tell me about the Page of Cups. Yeah, we got the feminine energy. This is someone who's open. See, open to receive, emotionally mature. There could be a friend of a friend they're talking to. The Queen of Cups could be another person, but I feel there's good news. There's something very positive here. I think it's just somebody who's kind, compassionate energy too. And I feel like, with this curiosity and this little light bulb energy, see, it's things that they're curious about. They want to know that they don't know. So I wouldn't be surprised that someone's talking to people. Yeah. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Maybe you've dated somebody. That could be it. Maybe you've dated somebody that they know, or someone in that social circle. Yeah. I see somebody just kind of waiting. Just waiting. If you have somebody who's been keeping you hanging, this looks like another opportunity. So like I say, there's this temptation, taking a step back, seeing things differently. I think you're actually each other's type in some way. but there's still so much to be known. Like I feel like you've already, the foundation's kind of been laid. If it hasn't, this is going to happen pretty soon here. But if you've been dealing with somebody and waiting for them, and you're throwing your hands up in the air where you're just, it's time to look elsewhere, I think you're going to take this opportunity, because it is an opportunity for a fresh new start. Yeah, we've got a King of Pentacles. Someone grounded, stable. Someone looking ahead, planning, preparing. They're hoping for the best. But it's all about kind of this person kind of preparing themselves a little bit for, like, you know, how this could play out. Because it is about the Fool going down this path. So if you are the feminine energy here and you've had someone who's been keeping you hanging and you're waiting and you're kind of feeling lonely and, you know, it's about attention. See, getting attention. Yeah. And it could be somebody who has had someone who's kept them hanging too. It could go the other way around. But it's about seeking attention. Somebody, you know, needing a little attention, love. So that's why, or not love, but like I say, it's just about doing things, spending time, I feel. But I do feel there's something you both have in common, and that's the Temperance. Taking a step back, both looking before you leap. What does this King of Pentacles want? I do see Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a little Sag energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio for the feminine energy. I wouldn't be surprised if this is somebody else, though, because I feel like it's somebody who's not giving someone attention, or they just come in when they want it, or someone who keeps you hanging. So if you have that, like I say, looking elsewhere and then connecting with this person. Yeah, it's definitely someone who's single and independent, and a person thinking it through, choosing their battles. So like I say, I feel some of you have been waiting for someone and you've been left hanging. So that's where I feel it's time to look elsewhere. So I do feel like this Six of Cups is here, this crush, this longing for love. Could be some people getting together, maybe a little reminiscing too, where how this may have started. Yeah, so I do see some Taurus energy. Yeah. Doesn't mean they are, but like I say, it's an energy. It's about two people being on the same page. I see good morals, values. I do think there's been a conversation. I feel this, it's already, I think that the foundation's been laid, but there's still apprehension. But this is someone leveling up with that, the Knight of Pentacles, as they look at it. Their cup runneth over, like it's an opportunity, an invitation. Now, it could be a family get together, something going on. Maybe there's a family history where somebody knows somebody or children, but it's an energy of morals and values and being on the same page. Yeah. This is someone just like, should I or shouldn't I, weighing the pros and the cons. And if they are comparing you to other people they dated, you know, I mean, but to me, it looks like should I or shouldn't I, because of the looking before you leap. And I feel that's both of you. But I do think you're on the same page here. Now, maybe you'll have an agreement here to just kind of spend a little time together, hang out. I feel hanging out. Do you want to hang out? Or do you want to, like, go for a cup of coffee? But if you have someone who's been leaving you hanging and you've been waiting, this is another opportunity for a fresh new start. Yeah, I do think this is going to result in some kind of invitation to a family get-together. Maybe I almost feel like we got someone whose children hang out. So this is, I feel, how you're kind of coming together, some of you. But there is this should I or shouldn't I. Tell me about the Three of Wands. Yeah, because I do think this is someone who's definitely wanting to look before they leap. Yeah, I do feel here the feminine energy. You're going to have to make a decision. See, waiting and making a decision. Some of you have been waiting for someone. But see, it's about somebody taking decisive action before somebody gets away. And I think I do feel some of you got someone who's kind of kept you hanging. You know, they're not giving you attention, you know, or they're getting attention elsewhere. And that's often what people do when they keep other people hanging. They're off getting attention elsewhere. So, but it could be just a conversation. Like I say, I don't know if this is someone talking to someone in their family, or there's some kind of history here. But it's definitely about being on the same page. Making sure you are. I think that's the most important thing here. But I think the Queen of Swords energy is someone who has to make a decision soon. Yeah. If you're comparing one person to the other, I don't know where that goes. It's kind of sitting in that energy, but it could be where nothing compares. I don't know. Yeah, it could be them. Let's have a look at the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. So this is somebody feeling hopeful. So there's hope. But it could be someone thinking someone's out of their league, or maybe the situation's out of reach. I mean, there's morals, values. But I do think the feelings are mutual as far as should I or shouldn't I go there. Because I think we have, and I feel like we got two people who have taken that little step back and just kind of like, it's just this calm, finding balance. It's like a little test, right? Just check it out, a little test here to see what happens. Tell me about Temperance. This is definitely two people very much of the same mind here. But this is someone being logical, taking lessons they've learned from the past to take it slow. Make sure you're on the same page, because it is about comparing maybe just one situation to the other, but it's also about letting go of things that no longer serve. If you've got someone keeping you hanging, that's where I feel where you're just kind of waiting, and I do feel it's like at this point where the ship has kind of sailed and it's time for this new. Yeah, interesting energy. Yeah, there it is, new. See, this could be something very stable. But like I say, lessons learned from the past, just doing stuff together, spending time together. Kind of a friend. See, this is somebody definitely, see, friends first. Yeah. Yeah, just be friends. I mean, maybe someone has friend zoned you and you feel like you're being left hanging. It could be that situation, but like I say, it's just a fresh new start, friends first, making sure you're on the same page, that you get each other. Yeah. Like I say, but if there is this comparison, one obviously isn't comparing to the other. We have someone letting something go. It no longer serves. Yeah, someone's going to let go of this. If they feel the other person's out of their league, they're just going to let it go because it's starting. The sun is shining. There's happiness. So this is about clarity. See, some of you are going to see things very clearly, making sure things are clear. So I do see getting together, going for dinner, hanging out, outdoor stuff. It's safe. It's stable. Yeah, someone reliable and grounded. Wow. Need one more on that Temperance. I never quite got there. Yeah, this is someone soul searching about the path they've been on. See, going down this path. Should I or shouldn't I? Yeah. But it's all about shining a light, the curiosity, looking for truth. See, learning something. There's more to learn. The only way to learn about someone is to hang out with them and spend time. But I do see a little kind of shyness. It may start that way till someone gets comfortable, right? It's about being comfortable. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I do see someone in the energy of strength. See, taming the beast, patience. Taking a moment to look at the situation. See, it's how two people feel. Because I mean, it's like, is this person my type? I feel both people like, are they my type or aren't they? Now, if your type is someone who only comes in when they want attention and then they leave you hanging and waiting, I don't think this person's that type. Put it that way. Someone different. But it is about taking it slow, and I feel like that's what it's telling you. Kind of friends first. If somebody doesn't want to be friends, they're not sincere. I actually feel this person is sincere. They're going to be looking for the same thing too. You betcha. But you can see the leveling up from the Page to the Knight to the King. This could actually go somewhere. But it's like I say, maybe you'll just be friends and spend time, Often when you see the Five of Pentacles, it's a helping hand, someone helping someone out, see, coming up with an idea. Maybe they need a little helping hand with something, kind of do stuff together. See, helping each other out, lifting each other up. Yeah, could be creative pursuits. But like I say, it's like you've got a common energy the way you're thinking, I see here. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. See, you're both crushing. You're seeing opportunity. You see getting together. And it could be, like I say, coming together because of children or, You have friends. See, there's maybe a history between you. You've never been together. I don't see that. It's like you have people around you who have a history maybe together. Yeah, family member, friends. So there's obviously some things that are known. But not everything. And that's usually the way it is. Tell me more about this. I think you're just going to keep this simple because I see a conversation just keeping things very simple. But there is this longing for love, and it's definitely this crush kind of energy. Yeah. Tell me more about the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody thinking it through too, because this is somebody who kind of knows themselves. They might rush in and back out. But, and I don't feel like that's what's happening. I feel someone's, because this is interesting. It's a very positive part of the King of Wands. Someone who's feeling pretty enthusiastic. See, it's something fun. It's about having fun, doing stuff together. We know the Knight of Wands is action oriented, but definitely there's, it's a crush that could go somewhere. But there is enthusiasm, but I feel this is someone who's looking before they leap. See, they've learned not to rush into something. That's why I feel lessons have been learned. Nice. But the strength is what I like. The kindness, compassion, this energy of inner strength. This is someone feeling pretty confident. I think the Queen of Swords is feeling confident too about what, and I feel if you are the feminine watching, it's about being confident, about no longer waiting for someone who keeps you hanging, who's probably off getting attention from somewhere else. Yeah, someone who, and I do see this person looking at what they do know as someone who takes pride in themselves. See, it's about someone taking pride in themselves. Their house, their home, the things they do. And I do think there's lots to learn. But I feel this is about a decision and seeing things very clearly. Yeah, I think you want to get this going. Yeah, See, there's a little enthusiasm, feeling pretty happy. It's probably yourself, but I do think some of you have somebody who may have rushed in, rushed out, kept you hanging. That's what I feel you're leaving behind. Not interested. So you're changing your focus because they're not spending any time with you. That's what I feel. The person who keeps you hanging is the one snooze you lose. Yeah. You know what you want. I think you're going to go for this, but like I say, it's telling you to look before you leap. With the Queen of Swords here, think this through. Okay? I definitely feel friends first, trying something different. And I'm not talking about doing this for 2 or 3 days. I'm talking about doing this for an extended period of time. And I think the other person, I do think you'll be on the same page. I don't really feel like this person is in a rush for anything. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. Yeah, some of you are leaving someone behind. You're moving towards this new person. You've waited long enough. You've been left hanging. You may have dealt with someone who made up an excuse or something, whatever. Yeah, and I do think you're letting this go too. I see kindness, compassion, forgiveness, just letting it go because of the star. It is what it is. It wasn't meant to be, and now you're moving towards new. This is quite lovely. I mean, it's right here. This could go somewhere. This could turn out to be a stable, committed relationship, or at least two people who help each other out. They're there for each other. It could end up being a really deep friendship, if anything. I mean, maybe you just want to be friends. It's hard to say, but like I say, I do see 10 of Pentacles, stability, partnering up. I see happiness. I see spending time with this person, feeling really happy. It's like this, the light shining. It's just this burst of happiness. So take care, Aries. I wish you the best, and bye for now.